Hello Cloud Gurus and welcome to AWS This Week, and there are some very cool announcements to tell you about this week, including Amazon File Cache is now in general availability, SQS message queues are now encrypted by default, and the AWS Certified Developer Associate and DevOps Engineer Professional exams are both going to be updated next year. You're watching AWS This Week with me, Faye Ellis. Amazon File Cache is now in general availability, and this really cool new service provides a scalable, high-speed, sub-millisecond cache that allows EC2 instances to access data stored in disparate locations, for instance, in your own data center. When you create a file cache, it can be linked to multiple data stores, for example, NFS file systems in your data center, cloud-based file systems like Amazon FSx or even S3, and you can link up to 8 file systems to a single cache. Once the cache is created, EC2 instances can then mount it just like a normal file system. As your workloads request your data for the first time, File Cache will automatically load it into the cache, present it to your applications like a traditional file system, and it will also release data that's no longer being used. It supports encryption in transit and at rest, and communication with on-premises networks, uses either Direct Connect or a VPN. So this is a great way to cache your on-premises file systems so that your data can be securely accessed by EC2. This week, it was announced that all newly created SQS message queues will be encrypted by default using SSE SQS, which is server-side encryption, also known as encryption at rest. And the encryption keys will be managed within the SQS service. Now, if you haven't used SQS before, it's a managed message queuing service that allows you to send, store, and receive messages between applications. So any new SQS queues are going to be encrypted by default using SQS managed encryption keys. However, if you would like to manage your own encryption keys, you can still do so using the AWS Key Management Service. And both of these options protect your data at rest using industry standard AES 256-bit algorithms. The AWS Certified Developer Associate exam is going to be updated, and the reason for the exam is to reflect changes in trends, the industry landscape, and the work practices of cloud professionals. But if you are currently studying for this exam, don't worry, this change is not going to happen until next year. So the last date to take the current exam, which is DVA C01, is February the 27th. And then after that, only the new exam, DVA C02, will be available. And you might be wondering, what are they updating? Well, they've updated the exam domains slightly, increasing the focus on deployment, development, and troubleshooting. And they've completely removed the refactoring domain from the new exam guide. But most importantly, they are adding new services like Amazon OpenSearch, AppSync, Copilot, MemoryDB for Redis, Amplify, Cloud9, Cloud Shell, AppConfig, and Cloud Development Kit, or CDK. Now, the AWS Certified DevOps Engineer Professional exam is also getting an update. Once again, this is happening next year. So the last date to take the current exam, DOP C01, is March the 6th. Then after that, only the new exam, DOP C02, will be available. What are they updating? Well, they've updated the exam domains slightly. The high availability domain is renamed to Resilient Cloud Solutions. There's a new domain called Security and Compliance, which replaces the existing Policies and Standards domain. And it looks like a far greater focus on security with this new version of the exam. And they are also adding new services like Amazon OpenSearch, AppFlow, EventBridge, App2Container, Copilot, Fault Injection Simulator, Compute Optimizer, Control Tower, AWS Managed Services for Grafana and Prometheus, Proton, Resilience Hub, Private Link, and loads of other security services like Certificate Manager, Cloud HSM, Security Hub, and AWS WAF. And finally, if you are looking to get started in cloud or boost your career, we are inviting you to get cloud happy. Until the end of the year, we are giving away free training for Amazon Cloud Practitioner certification, Microsoft AZ900 Azure Fundamentals certification, and Google's Cloud Digital Leader certification, as well as the HashiCorp Certified Terraform Associate and Certified Kubernetes Administrator. So if you're ready to get your head in the clouds, check out the link in the description, sign up for free, and boost your cloud career. Well, that's all for this week. Keep being awesome cloud gurus, take care of yourselves, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon.